Hello and welcome to Razorback Studios. In the following video I will be demonstrating the how to make a galaxy dust cloud, the picture you can see right now, and I will be using watercolours, pencils, acrylics and jelly roller. This is a commission piece following on from a piece I did for my niece involving a TARDIS. The video would be a lot longer. Unfortunately I've lost the first half where I've made the background. You will be seeing the application of stars and highlights. I apologise for its shortness, but you know, it can't be helped. C'est la vie. And as I say, onwards and upwards. Please enjoy, and in we go. Alright, apologies for the shakiness. I was holding the camera, still waiting for the stand. Here, close up. Yeah. As you can see, I am highlighting the edges of the dust cloud, and I shall, with the jelly roller. As you can see, autofocus, isn't it lovely? Okay. I do promise it does get better. Okay. Just highlighting the edges because with watercolour, when it spills out, you get a diffuse edge, and sometimes colour and colour makes a darker colour, and as Balbros would say, you make mud. So here I am going over the piece, wiping off all the waxy residue from the pencil, just going in and highlighting, just making sure the edges are defined, giving a lovely light highlight. Right, I shall be using a chalk pencil here because the Prismacolor becomes waxy after a while, and the pen wasn't actually adhering to the surface. So I'm putting the chalk down as a surface for the pen to grip to, and make it more aggressive. Okay, continually rubbing off the waxy as I put down each stroke, because the roller ball keeps picking it up. It's a nuisance, but what can you do? Okay. Okay, as you can see now, the picture's upside down. Unfortunately, I couldn't figure out how to flip it in camera view or in the program. Answers on the postcard, please. Yes. Yeah, I'm still highlighting the clouds here, making sure they are popping, so to speak. Just adding a few details. Okay. Just dot dot dot. You may see I'm wearing gloves. It's because I have a bad circulation problem. It's called Raynaud's syndrome. Check on the internet. Basically, blood doesn't go to my extremities in cold weather, so in hot weather as well. So I have to wear gloves, which is kind of a pain. Yeah. Probably tell from my fingernails there's much blood in my hand right now. Highlighting yellow here because being yellow it needs to pop a bit more. You need extra light, as if those stars are just peeking out, just adding a bit of ray. Starlight. Okay, just finish off the highlights here. Yes. Tap tap tap. Okay. I'll soon be ready for the next stage. Okay, right, I'm now getting ready to the next part, which is sprinkle on the starlights. I won't do a Candyman impression. Okay. For we Wonka fans, you'll understand what I'm doing. Okay, just getting an old paintbrush and just splotting on the stars. I'm using watered down acrylic. Sometimes it's a bit too watered down, but that just adds to the opacity. I'm trying to spread it quite evenly, being that it's a dust cloud of stars. They need to be sort of sparkly everywhere. Later on I will be going over certain areas to bring them out, to give them a cluster, like a star nursery. If you ever get the opportunity to look at the Milky Way in its purity, you'll see how the stars cluster together. Yes. Tap, tap, tap. I'm trying to sprinkle it everywhere, just to give it that impressive look, as you probably saw in the final picture. Okay, having to keep reloading the brush as well. Yeah. I'm also varying the pressure on the brush as I sprinkle to get bigger splots, smaller splots, and medium-sized splots. Smaller splots. Splotty dot dots. Okay. I'm also wearing a rubber glove at this point. Don't want to get paint on my glove. So I'm wearing a rubber glove. Rubber glove. Okay. Just adding onto the yellow, because the white was blending in a bit too much. Just want to bring it out. It's like you will be spotty dotty. Okay. Look at this tension. Bang! There you go. Lots of big dots. Okay. Okay, on the red, spread it about. Okay. I was neglecting the corners. In a minute, you're going to see a mistake. There you go. 2 big splots. But don't worry. I adapt them. Here we go. With a long paintbrush, also known as a liner. I spread them out to give an extra detailed highlight. Yeah. A happy accident, as Bob Ross would say. There's another reference for you. Okay. Just spread it out, make it not so opaque. Give that jazzy look. Okay. Add a few more sprinkles just to finish it off. Tappy tap tap. Okay. This is where I start coming in now and sort of spreading the love. Yes. Okay, just a few dots here, a few highlights there. Using watered down acrylics, I'm just trying to go over the yellow where the Sakura Gelly pen wasn't adhering. Yeah. It's all about adaptation. If that doesn't work, you try something else. It's all about learning and experimenting. Yeah. If you rush headlong into a wall and break your neck, try crawling next time. Or try going around. Try find a door. It's all about adaptation, experimentation. How can you improve? How can you make it different? But yeah. Not for this morbid talk. Right. Adding the highlights. Keep recharging my paintbrush because the paper is sucking it up. It's watercolour paper. It's lovely watercolour paper. Okay, as you can see on the highlight, they're rather sticking out and rather stark. So I'm going to come in now with what I call my fluffer paintbrush. It's another liner, but it's an old one. Just blend it in slightly, just to spread it out, just to make it fade in. Yeah. Get that dusty, cloudy look, which is nice because it's a dust cloud after all. Yeah, just tap, 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 spread it out, blend it in. There you go. See, not so stark, not so in your face. Okay. And basically from here on it's highlight, blend, repeat. Wherever light meets dark, just bring it out, blend it in, bring it out, blend it in. Okay. Some of these highlights do look like accidents, but as I say, if you adapt, make it into the style of the picture, it's quite easy to adjust, adapt and fix. I don't normally paint like this, but I knew where the camera was. I do want to block the view. Okay, just wiggly lines as well, because as you know, there's no straight lines in nature. Okay, I'm now going to move on to some green parts, rather neglected parts, to be honest. Put down little tiny dots as well, because the mind sees what the mind sees. It's like dot to dot, really. If you put enough dots down, the eye sees a line, or sees a pattern. Okay, blending light into dark there, just to give it that graduation. Repeating in other areas, dot dot dot. Just to sort of give it a diffuse effect. Right, the red clouds here are just starting to blend in a bit too much, so I'm giving an extra highlight, making them an attractive part rather than a neglected part. Not blending too harshly this time, because I want the variation of light to dark. Make it as if they're a dense red cloud. Red to infrared, so to speak, with the stars just peeking through, just struggling to highlight. Just going over the top every so often, just bringing up the highlight, highlighting the highlights, and highlighting those highlights. Yes. Okay. Feathering it out, blending it in. It's all about layers, to be honest. More layers, the better. Although you can go over the top. Okay. Okay. Just constantly layering and dusting, layering and blending. Try not to concentrate on too big an area, otherwise it will look odd. This bit I thought needed to be more of a dominant feature, more of a horseshoe, which made me concentrate on this area here, because you can really make a horseshoe out of this part. Continuously move, keep your eye moving, keep your brush moving. Don't concentrate on one part too much. Just spend a few minutes here, move on to the next minutes here. Now, it's all about movement. It's too easy to get bogged down in one part, too much detail. Okay, as you can see, I'm trying to make it more of a feature here, make it pop out. I keep highlighting it and blending. It's one of those tricky parts where the paint doesn't want to cooperate, so you just whip it into submission. So I loaded up the brush this time and just dabbed it down, made it a bit too bold, and then blended it in. sometimes you have to be extreme, but extreme in the most extreme circumstances. Okay. There we are. Okay, moving onwards. Making the dust stream into the other features. Okay, now I'm going to come back in with the jelly roller to start highlighting past highlights. One of the side effects of the stars I sprinkled on was the contrast to become a bit more subdued, so I need to bring them out again. It's not a sin to go over the same part more than once. I mean, it is art after all. You may see something you need to adjust or correct later on. Just, you know, experience teaches you. You know, go back, fix it, or leave it alone. Here I am dabbing and dotting, varying the techniques between lines and dots, just to add highlights to the red cloud. Okay, just adding a few highlights here. Okay, now I'm starting to add stars to the dark spots, you know, peeking through the cloud, so to speak, you know, the star field beyond. It's as if, you know, this is a curtain of gas on one side, the rest of the galaxy's on the other side. You're just peeking through the curtain, so to speak. Yeah, what's on the other side? Dot dot dot, dab dab dab. Stars here, stars there. Try and make it an odd number in each hole, because, well, the human eye likes pattern. When it sees an even number, it tends to jar. When it sees an odd pattern, it tends to accept it as natural. That's why when you paint trees on a landscape, it's always best to do an odd number. Yeah. Or if you're going to add an even number, put an odd number on one side and odd number on the other. So 3 and 1, or 2 and 4. Yeah. I know, I just messed that up, but hey. Okay. As you see, the star field beyond is starting to come out now, become an attraction. Okay, right, I'm going to add some more dots to dark spaces behind the red, just to make that contrast, make the dark more evident. Just to make more of a feature. Okay, just also highlighting the blue to make it spark, to make the graduation more stark. Okay, moving along, constantly moving, reloading the brush. Realise when you start dotting, nothing comes out the other end. It's time to reload your brush. Okay, highlighting the red cloud. Bringing in my fluffer. Okay, it's blending in again. Okay, from this point on, it's just basically the same. Highlights, blending, adding dots as stars. As you can see, this piece is almost finished. I won't, you know, bore you with more details, so to speak. Just to say, I'm almost at the end, and thank you for watching. If you like this video, thumbs up. Subscribe, you know, encourage me, you know. Share it with your friends and comment. Okay, thank you for now. Bye bye. Bye bye bye.